Okay, with all these videos, of course, I am not lazy, of course. And, I worked at this store sometime during 2006 or 2007. And it was with two children in the apartment, Yatrell Johnson and Gerald Johnson. And working at this job and learning music production online, homeschooling myself, and providing for their mom, I was too injured for full-time work. So I kept working at home using electronics and made my own business better for God. And it was just awful at that store. It's like one of the worst stores ever, like a place that, is just disgusting, Like, but when there was a family and children and the energy and strength that I had for a job and people, friends, family, and people that you love, it doesn't matter if the children were old or young or good or bad or happy or sad or mean or nice or friendly or not friendly. I had a job to do, you know? So I would work at that store and it was awful, My back would be sore, my neck would hurt, and my leg would hurt. I told the girl again, you don't have to work at this store, I don't know why, you would even be there if I, myself, I was working at the store, There was no reason for her to be working at all, you know, as a wife, as a mom, is what I think or what I thought. I mean, I'm not sure of what is going on, because, okay, it was two children, Yatrell Johnson and Lord Gerald Johnson. And I would drive a car and go work at the store in this picture, Since before I had a marriage license, I would always tell the girl that was with me, you do not have to work at these stores. I have my own ideas in my own production company, in my own record company, and I would work at home and I would homeschool her and the children. All she had to do was, according to the Bible, a wife is supposed to be your helpmeet. All she had to do was help me with the children and my business and my productions and my art and my music, stuff like that. And with homeschooling, and all you have to do is just read, because it would be on the internet and online, So, I was always a nice guy because, when the girl would be like, she going to work at this store or at that store, or she going here or there or something, I never forced her into a position of working for my business or working for my music or working for my art or working for my productions or working for my recordings, with a production company and a record label, because I believe in a person's right to choose. And I believe when I was working at this job, there was an apartment, I think it was 47th Street North, 821, No, I don't know what the address was. It may have been 821, but it was an apartment at 47th Street North. And, working those jobs while going to school online, learning about music and production and art and graphics and how to, work a desk job from a desk in graphics and, stuff like that. Of course, whenever I could, because trying to be a husband, trying to be a dad, trying to be a music producer and have a record label and trying to work a physical job at a grocery store while being a driver for a mom and children, all of those different jobs with a body that was already abused from the time I was 12 years old. It's crazy. It felt like slavery. It still does, honestly, because I'm still working now. And whenever I would, drink a beer, I don't drink anymore. And whenever I would, you know, try to have a nice clothes or buy something expensive for myself, people would act like it's a crime or like I did something wrong. They stole all of my clothes and they stole, my necklace and stuff like that. I had a real big necklace. And I said it was for my wife, and I haven't seen it since. I took it to her mom's house, the person that the person is was supposed to be her mom. And I don't understand, what they did with the necklace or any of those items because, working all those jobs and stuff like that since I was young, because I started working before I even met their mom or their family or any of those people, because I started working, before I went to high school, of course. So this video, is just evidence because I would not want to be a deadbeat dad or a deadbeat husband, and I would not want to appear as if I did not try, of course. And so, as you can read in the letters, I am not lazy. I worked at this store sometime during 2006 or 2007 with two children, Yatrell Johnson and Lord Gerald Johnson, at 47th Street North in some apartments in 47th Street North in North Birmingham, Avondale area, something like that, and learning music production online, homeschooling myself, working all them jobs and going to school and homeschooling myself. So, most of the work was work I did, you know, and providing for their mom. Of course, I was too injured for full-time work. But the fact that I kept working at home using electronics and made my own business better for God, because, I made my own business when I was 15 years old, sometime during the year of 1999. Trilled Out Productions, Danger Fam Records, It's crazy that, that people would be so mean, when I was being so productive, And when there's a family, a wife and children, I was never the type of person, that would try to make the wife be a slave to my business. No. And I would never be the type of person that would try to make the children perform or sing or be a slave to my business. No. So, since I don't want to be a deadbeat husband or a deadbeat dad, maybe, just maybe, that is why the children are not in a lot of my songs or music or productions, you know, as far as some of those videos. And maybe that is why the wife is not in a lot of the songs or music or productions, according to, some of those situations, But the difference between what I do and what others do is that I always acknowledge the wife and the children, and I always tell the truth about what people said about me, about the children, about the wife, and about the marriage, So, this is a picture of a store that I worked at, after I had a marriage license, marriage certificate, because I was working before and after. And, well, once the end, it would be temporary, of course, because there's only so much a person can do with all of those injuries and bruises and damage to my body, But some people said they gave me, an A for effort, because learning a skill and homeschooling yourself and, not abusing children and not making girls into single moms, even though I went to all of those places around all of those different people and a bunch of bad influences tried to get me to do stuff that I did not want to do. I am 38 years old today, and as a mental health patient and a victim of abuse, and a victim of sexual abuse, and a victim of physical violence, I believe in God, and I don't have anything bad to say about my wife. I don't have anything bad to say about my children. And I don't have anything bad to say about my family, And I don't have anything bad to say about God. I don't understand it all, but, as a husband, as a dad, they said that I was a dad or something, the father of the children according to the family court of Jefferson County. I would always want to make sure that, there was evidence of my works, because, when they said faith without works is dead, I wouldn't want to be a deadbeat dad or a deadbeat husband or any of that type of stuff. So, I can show my works. I can show my works. I can show my works.